Alexa, turn on all lights. Welcome to my KRIXXoniX, guys. So at some point I realized that whenever I watch a movie, I get completely zoned out and I forget about all this and I get recharged. And then I realized that what if I had my own home theater? Then this could be the thing that really, recharges me. This is something that just not for the entertainment purpose of it. It keeps me sane and I get my peace of mind. In that regard, I was searching for a good professional agency who could set it up for me. Everywhere I could see it was all the same redundant specs being repeated again and again. SH Digital Media, they were based out of Kochi. So I had little apprehension about whether they can set it up in Coimbatore. So I made a phone call. 5 minutes into the call, I knew this was the guy because he had the technical expertise. Their specs were very clear and precise, and I felt very confident about him.
Mr. Vikranth, he is not just a client for me. More than a client, he is like a friend. Within a week, he visited us. He explored some of our systems, some of our speakers. I felt that he was not happy at that time because he was into something more realistic, something more immersive. So I told him to wait. At that time, we were in developing of something special, something more immersive. Then I called him again and he revisited us. Then I introduced him to the KRIXXoniX. So what's so special about KRIXXoniX? KRIXXoniX is a quality assurance system that it will never compromise on quality as well as the performance. So when you are watching a movie in a KRIXXoniX setup, you are experiencing or you are getting the best cinematic experience.
The moment Rahul found out that I was hooked on to KRIX speakers, he introduced me to the KRIXXoniX systems, and I can proudly say my theatre is a KRIXXoniX certified theatre. This theatre, it is not an overnight experience. We had to build it from the every single detail. A lot of effort was put into it. A lot of options were explored, be it the equipment, be it the recliners, what color theme we had to go. Every single detail was given a lot of thought into.
In the earlier discussion itself, we finalized the JVC 8K projector, but the challenge to me is that there was no 8K media player at that time. The only option to go with to use an HD PC. So later then Zidoo introduced their flagship model UHD 8000 8K. I was very glad to inform that to Mr. Vikranth.
SH was gracious enough to change our code and get this display. I really wanted this player, and right now I can proudly say I have an 8K player.
Now I can say this is India's first 8K KRIXXoniX home theatre.
You can have the best of the equipment, but still if you don't have the right cables and if you don't feed it the right data, then you're going to have a lackluster output. So these details were taken care. That is the most important thing.
The cables which has been used here is of AudioQuest. As you know, AudioQuest is one of the best cable manufacturers in AV industry. These cables are interconnected with the Marantz 8K preamp and the power amp, the projector, and of course with the speakers. In order to create a lifelike image in an 8K resolution, I chose a light 165-inch acoustic transparent screen. It also ensures that we will get the maximum performance out of the speakers.
And all the speakers you see are concealed. You cannot see the speakers per se. This is a 7.2.6 theatre.
We chose the KRIX MX10 here, paired with the involved 50 surround and overhead as the atmospheric A20. This system ensures that you are experiencing reference level performance at the reference level point with a wider soundstage.
And the real icing on the cake was the voice controlled theatre. We have Alexa set up here. So not only the lights, every other device in this home theatre is voice controlled. If I'm not in the theatre, if any of my family members walk in, if my mom wants to operate the theatre, she can just operate it with the ease of a voice command. And it's very relaxing also. You need not worry about the messiness of handling multiple remotes. See, apart from all the regular things that every other professional agency does, the most impressive thing is, after a certain point of time, the commercial aspect of it took a backseat. We were like two enthusiasts discussing the technicalities, and they were very passionate about it, just like how I was. So that energy is what made this theatre come alive. I can say that whatever I envisioned is what I'm having right now. Home theatre-kulla வந்து ஒரு படம் பார்த்துட்டு வெளியில போறப்போ அந்த கிடைக்கிற அந்த பீஸ் ஆஃப் மைண்ட் அது வந்து priceless.
And I'm very happy that I'm able to deliver the first KRIXXoniX system to a friend rather than a client.